I'm Chloe Sky. Pay no attention to the deviations in the background. This is clearly a more impromptu video, and I'm not trying to break the fourth wall here, but the wall behind me is very, very flimsy. I just wanted to. I'm coming up with a relax with me video that I'm currently editing, and there's something that has been reoccurring in my life, like on social media and whatnot, that's like really dragging me down, among other things, and this I noticed that I didn't mention in the relax with me video that I'm making, so I just wanted to like come up with it real quick. Shout out my Kirby shirt, constantly giving me the confidence to eat. Consume and become. That's a whole nother video in itself. But what I wanted to talk about was the fact that I am an avid AI hater, and I hate with a large part of my core being tricked, and I feel like that's what AI has been doing to me lately. So it's making me like fear scrolling through reels, or I don't use TikTok anymore, but like scrolling through Instagram reels or YouTube shorts, and just like being bombarded with like AI. But specifically what keeps happening to me, because I'm a sensitive and emotional piece of shit, and I cry pretty easily whenever it comes to like a sad video, but there are fake, sad, entirely AI generated videos that invoke emotion out of me that I'm not okay with. Once I find out they're AI, then I'm filled with anger, because one, I've been tricked, and two, I feel like I've cried for nothing. There was like a sad dog video, and it wasn't even a real dog. And for those who are really okay with AI, which I'm not, because I am an artist, and I'm, I don't have a lot of time for it, but one day I would like art to be my primary career. We'll see if I ever get there. But in the meantime, I have to work a day job. I don't have a choice. So it's like, whenever I want to like learn how to create something, I don't want to learn it from an AI source. In the same way that if I want to feel something, like scrolling through Instagram reels till I find a heartwarming video about a kitten that got rescued, and then you tell me that it's not true, and this cat that I spent 2 minutes crying over isn't even real, that's so dirty. That's dirty on me, the consumer, and on me as an AI hater, because there's not a lot of options. There's not a lot of options to get out of using this thing that you don't want to use. It is literally like, I have a water bottle here, for example. It's literally like, imagine this was open and just like flowing and full of water, because all these AI things are fed back through computers in places that are like concentrated, and that's where they all come from, and those computers get really, really hot. And what's something that you can use a large amount of to cool down? That's water. And it's like, that's not what I would like water to be used for. If there are still places in the world that need water, a source of life, it doesn't make a lot of sense in my head, like why AI is being so forwarded, until we look at it in a political sense. And that's something that I don't really want to get into here, but that is starting to make its way as like a puzzle piece in this giant rigmarole of dodecahedron puzzleage. But what I want to focus on right now is the fact that, why are heartwarming AI videos being made, and why are they made to like invoke such emotion? Like one that I'm specifically thinking of is like there was an adoption event. This, I'm describing the video now, but the video is an adoption event that has all of these dogs, and these dogs go and pick their person. Like they go through the room and they find who they want to go home with, and it's like it always ends in hugs and kisses, and it's very, you know, for an emotional piece of garbage like me, that's very invoking of a good cry if it were real. Because guess what? I've seen 2 of them, and neither of them were real. And it's enraging. It's like something that's supposed to be good turning into rage bait, because I don't like being tricked. And it's not mentioned in like the descriptions of these things. It like what's mentioned is like what's happening in the video, which, you know, like skim through that and you can see, and like you know, whenever they don't like make it obvious in the description, you don't think to like go look through all the accounts that are tagged and like see that like they make a lot of AI videos, and it's just not fair. It's not fair to me emotionally. It's not fair that like all I want to use social media to, you know, escape sometimes, and then I leave the page enraged. It's not cool to make videos like that. AI is not cool. If I want to cry, I'm gonna do it, and I want it to be real. I want it to mean something. There's just a lot going on, and that's you know, that's all the time. But like AI development has like gotten really far, and as an artist who thinks all the time, I sure would hate for AI to take over the art industry, or AI to be the leading successor in art sales and literally starving the artists all over again. Luckily, I'm not the only person on the planet that hates AI. There are a lot of people out there that do, but also I know people who are into it, and no matter how many times I tell them how to do things without AI, you know, like going on Google, and I think it's just like minus AI. I don't Google a lot of things. Now I just I just kind of ask questions to people who I think would know, so I can avoid using that. But I think it's just like minus dash AI, and like they just don't listen to me and are impressed by, you know, what AI gives them, and it's like, yeah, that's all bad and bad. It's not fine and good. It's bad. They're using too much water. They're taking away from creators who make art and make statements and invoke emotion out of people, and they're targeting people to be emotional. And you know, me, sensitive baby, I can't help but feel like there's no way that I want that permanently in my life. That seems like now the internet's going to give me a lot more anxiety than it already does. And how is that fair to a person who uses the internet literally every day? Like I don't like the future that AI has, and unless it is much more short-lived, and I hope that ceiling pops, because boy oh boy, wouldn't it be great if, you know, artists could have more of a space without all this fake computer generated garbage. Maybe there's a person behind the AI feed, like the you know, there's a person like typing it at the beginning, and then it's like fed through a whole bunch of like AI systems until it generates the image or whatever that they're going for. Maybe there's that in the beginning, but it's like, I really wish that person would just think to go to an artist first and like get that artist to help with them. And instead of putting all this money into creating computer generated slop, they have a person do it for the same amount of money. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why would you put all the money into something that makes this soulless garbage and not present it to, you know, someone who can make it something, in my opinion, is worth so much more than you know what it's capable of. But that's just my opinion, and all this because a dog video made me sad, and this is happening to me every morning, and I didn't mention it in my previous video, and it's frankly bullshit. It's frankly bullshit, okay? And I hate AI. I wish it would not exist. Furthermore, I gotta get back to editing, and then I gotta go eat so I can go to my day job. But regardless, I want to thank you so much for listening to me from the very bottom of my heart, and a very special thank you to my 9 subscribers. And you know, if you would like to subscribe as well, now would be a pretty cool time to do so. I mean, you did stay till the end, and there's more coming. I swear. But for now, as per usual, I have been Chloe Sky, and I love you. All right, see you later. Bye. Mwah.